Electric sales are definitely on the rise. What we've seen over the last 2 years, we've seen true momentum. Since 2014 onwards, we've seen almost 800,000 electric, 100% electric vehicles being sold in the market, which is good, but we're still a long way from where we need to be. If we look at where we are within the world, you can see that in Europe, for example, 1.14% of the vehicles of the fleet is actually only electric. In America, it's even worse, it's 0.6%. So you see that there's still a lot of room to grow. We expect that by 2019, the 400,000 sales that we see today per annum will quadruple. So we'll be at 1.2 million. And by 2025, that will quadruple again. So we'll talk about 5 to 6 million electric vehicles being sold around the world. I think that is where the key is for the future growth. So the future does look bright. There are a lot of differences still to be acknowledged when you look at the TCO of an electric vehicle or the TCO of a combustion engine. In normal cases, you can divide them in 4 components. One component being finance, the second being services, the third being fuel, and the fourth being taxes. If you look at the taxes, you can see that there are really huge incentives and subsidies still being given, definitely in Europe, in countries like Norway, Netherlands, etc., to buy an electric vehicle. That's also why the penetration in Norway is up to 17% today. Those subsidies can go up to 16,000 euros for one electric vehicle. Another thing is the fuel. The fuel is obviously one of the main factors why you would want to buy an electric vehicle. If you buy a 100% electric vehicle, 1 kilowatt hour, for example, in Belgium costs 0.12 euros. 0.12 euros with 1 kilowatt hours, you can do approximately 2 kilometers. So if you drive 100 kilometers, it will cost approximately 7 euros per day. If you compare that to a normal combustion engine, let's say an engine that uses 5 liters per 100 kilometers, 5 liters times 1.4 euros, it's still significantly higher, up to 30–40%. And that is where the difference is still to be made when we look at fuel. Service-wise, the insurance part of the service component is pretty much equal to what you see with a combustion engine. The only difference is there that the investment for an electric vehicle is higher, so also the insurance will go up significantly. The other services, maintenance, is a little bit lower than you would expect from a combustion engine. That's normal, of course. There's less maintenance to be done. If you look at a combustion engine, there's about 10,000 moving pieces in that engine. In a normal electric engine, it's about 150, so that's 1/100th of the amount. Financing, depreciation. It's higher with an electric vehicle simply because of the fact that the investment is higher. The residual values, on the other hand, are pretty comparable. We see that throughout the entire electric range that we have within Athlon. We see that the RVs are pretty much the same and similar.